Let me ask you something. Have you ever sat there and quietly thought, is AI going to replace me? Because if you have, good. It means you care. And just to be clear, no, it's absolutely not. And the reason I say this is because you've definitely had that kid in your class that says, sir, miss, why do I need to learn any of this when AI can just do it all for me? And right now, most teachers don't have a convincing answer for this, but it doesn't matter if you teach English, science, drama, PE, IT. By the end of the video, you will. Right, let's quickly talk about what AI actually is. And I promise, no tech background is needed for this. Let's try this. Finish this sentence in your head. Hey, can you pass me the knife? And you said fork, right? Of course you said fork. That's exactly what AI does. It basically predicts the next word. Millions of times, over and over and over, incredibly fast. That's basically the whole trick. But here's the difference. You know what these are. You've held them, you've used them, you've passed them over to people. You know with certain knives you need to be extra safe with them. You know sometimes you can just eat with a fork. You've got a whole storyline around these items just from that one sentence. AI on the other hand doesn't know any of that. It just knows fork comes next in the sentence. And in actual fact, it doesn't even know what any of those words mean. It just knows the pattern. And if that still feels a little bit abstract, let's try another way. You're locked in a room and someone outside slides some symbols underneath the door. You've got no idea what these symbols mean, but you start passing them back to whoever's on the outside, and eventually one of these symbols gives you some food. Now, do you know what that symbol means? Absolutely not, you haven't got a foggiest, but what you do know is this strange symbol gets you food. And that's exactly how AI works. Pattern in, pattern out, but no understanding in between. So when a kid says AI will do this for me, yeah, they're absolutely right, it will. But does the AI actually understand what it's doing? The answer to that is no. And this is exactly why it's such a big problem. It just doesn't know what it's doing. It doesn't know what it's saying. So when it gets something wrong, which it regularly does, it has no idea. And the thing is, it gives you this answer with so much confidence, it makes you feel like you're wrong. And look, I'm sure in the future this will improve. Things are getting better every single day. But that doesn't change the fact that right now, this is a serious problem. I mean, get this. There was this lawyer who asked AI for help with this court case. And the AI produced some incredible stuff. Cases from years ago that backed up the lawyer perfectly. You couldn't have asked for anything better. The lawyer submitted all of this. I think this is a win-win-win. In the lawyer's head, there was no way of a loss. I mean, look at the cases. It was a guaranteed win. They submitted everything to the court. And then what they found out was these cases that the AI cited were fake. It just made up documents to support the argument. Let me repeat that. It made up cases to support the argument. I mean, that is crazy. And this isn't just an isolated event. This is hundreds and hundreds of different lawyers who've been fined for just sending garbage to the courts. But forget lawyers, let's bring this into our world. Let's say we asked AI to write up a lesson plan. I mean, professional, all the pictures, everything's there. It's looking good. The kids get to the end of the year, they sit their exams, and they fail badly. And it turned out that this curriculum was actually taken from a foreign country, and half the syllabus was missing. Now, whose fault is that? Is it ours? AI's? I mean, of course it's ours. Well, our name on there, we're delivering it. We're standing at the front of the classroom explaining it to the kids. Of course it's our fault. It's our responsibility, right? I mean, this is the bit that never changes. No matter how smart AI gets, the responsibility just always falls on the human. I mean, it has to. I mean, can you imagine standing in front of a parent and just saying, basically it was the AI's fault? I mean, can you imagine the rage? They'll be down at your school with sticks. No, it's our responsibility. We put our name on it, we're delivering it to the kids. I mean, use AI, of course, but we have to check it. I mean, that's a must, because the moment something goes wrong, that's on us. Right, so how do we explain this to our kids? Well, everything we've just said, we can explain to our class, and it might be one of the most important conversations you have with them all year. Here's how it works. You basically tell them the story that I've just told you. Just imagine if I missed out a critical part of the curriculum. I just forgot to tell you. You sit your exams, you fail. And then I just say to you, the AI produced that work, and sorry guys, I'm sorry that you all failed, but it was the AI, okay? And you let it sit, and you just let that sit with them. Of course, they feel the rage inside the building. Miss, sir, that's not fair. And you wait for someone to say, miss, it was your responsibility. You should have checked. Someone will say it. And we basically move on to the question of AI is fantastic, but sometimes it gets things wrong. So the big question is, when are we happy for AI just to deal with it? And when do we actually want a real person working alongside it? I mean, let's try this together. It's a hot summer's day. Everyone's sleeping upstairs and you're so thirsty. You want to make some squash, but you don't know how much to put in your glass. Is it 1 tablespoon? Is it 2? Is it 3? I mean, does it matter? If it's too strong, if it's too weak, I mean, it's not really the end of the world. It's going to be either not nice or delicious. And if it's not nice, we either add more. Now, we don't really need to wake the rest of the family up for squash. It's not that much of a big issue, right? Now, let's try a different scenario. Just imagine someone really close to you, someone that you love, your mum, your dad, your nan, someone really close to you. They're in hospital, they're really poorly, and they've gone for a scan. And the doctor says, yeah, this person's great, everything's come out clear. Good job, you guys can go. You're happy, you're celebrating, of course. I mean, the person who was so close to you, so poorly, they said everything's fine, there's nothing to worry about. A few weeks later, you get a phone call saying, we need you back in urgently. The AI got it all wrong, and yeah, you need to immediately come back in. Now it's the same tool, same AI, but one, it didn't really matter that much, and the other, yes, it did. It mattered so much, more than anything else. Sometimes you want a human working with the AI. Sometimes you're happy with the result from the AI because the stakes just aren't that high. It's not that much of a big deal. And this is exactly how you frame the activity for your class. Give me 3 scenarios where you'd be happy with the output from the AI, and give me 3 scenarios where you absolutely want someone involved, someone who knows what they're doing, someone who understands everything, working alongside the AI. And then you let them come up with the examples. Some will be crystal clear. Yeah, absolutely, we don't need any human intervention there, it's fine. And there are some that sit in the middle, and that disagreement of where the line is, that builds that critical thinking in your class. These are the conversations you want in your classroom. And the thing is, you don't need to be a tech expert to run this. I mean, you don't even need to know anything about AI. You just need to ask the question, where would you want a human to be involved? Right, here's what I want you to leave with, because this conversation's gone a little bit doom and gloom. Your kids, they're not going to just grow up to be fact checkers. That's the baseline, that's the bare minimum of what's going to evolve out of this. What humans will end up doing is so much more than that. When there's problems that an AI just can't figure out, humans will be called in. Where the stakes are so high there's no apparent answer, the human will make that decision. When someone walks into a room and it just doesn't feel right, that'll be a human who spots that. A doctor doesn't just review a scan. They sit with the patient, they review the situation, they decide on what's happening next. AI is definitely helping them, but the doctor is in charge. I mean, you don't just deliver a lesson plan, you adjust on the fly. You read the room. If someone's not interested that much and they're not switched on, you figure out, right, how can I make this more applicable? Now, AI can't do any of that. The world will always need people who can think, decide, and create. Sure, the job titles will change, what people do on a day-to-day will change, but the need for a human who actually understands what's going on, that's not going away. So the next time a kid puts their hand up and says, well, why do I even need to learn this when AI can do it all for me? You look it dead in the eye and tell them, yeah, AI can certainly get the answer for you, but it takes a human to know exactly what answer matters and what to do with it. And that human's going to be you. If you like this video, please share this in the staff room. This is a conversation that everyone needs to be having. See you in the next one.